So here's something different for you. I'm calling out Mel Miller, whoever Mel Miller is. Here I am on my YouTube channel now. Do you know I put films on? I'm no expert, I don't know nothing, but I enjoy what I collect. And I appreciate everyone else that enjoys what they collect. And I've got a lot of the collection behind me, yeah. So this is how to deal with bullies, gentlemen. You know, online, you've heard stories about things about going on social media, what goes on, and a lot of bullying. It affects a lot of people. Well, this is how I deal with bullies. I haven't got a problem standing in front of them nose to nose and telling them exactly what I think about them. Yeah. I do my YouTube channel. If you want to watch it, you want to watch it. If you don't want to watch it, you can move on to the next channel. That's not a problem. That's the same rule with all of us. But this Mel Miller person seems to be administration in. Are we watching now? A fantastic channel to watch. And he does a great collection. It's Ben, Tool Addicts. Now, Ben put me, I think they started a group and it's called Tool Addicts Vintage Tool Collection. Collecting tools and vintage. And I put my films on and I've had a few of them knocked back. They're on for a while and somebody discovers them and there's a fault with them. Maybe I go off topic, maybe I don't say nothing, you know, maybe I have said a wrong word, a swear word or something, you know. So I bow to their judgment and move on, forget about it. Anyway, the last two boxes. I had 3 boxes come in, then I had the last 2 boxes. Obviously, I've put them on, my little film about them. So I make sure I don't swear, I don't talk about religion, I don't talk about race, I don't want to know if you're a he or a she or a them or an it or a why or a what, you know what I mean? I just showing you what I appreciate in a vintage tool collecting Facebook page. That's what I'm doing, what I've picked up. Anyway, it seems to go against the grain with this Mel Miller bloke. So I had a message. Look at your private message because I only do YouTube. I do WhatsApp, but I don't do any other TikToks or anything else, that sort of a thing. Anyway, he says, have a look. Now I'll show you just how sneaky these people are. I've gone looking. It might be my fault I can't find it. Maybe he could show me my answer that I gave him. But he said, stop posting videos about taps and die sets that are not worth filming or collecting or whatever he said. It was stop praising boxes of junk, basically. I'll leave those comments in there because I've been able to screenshot them. I'll leave those comments. But he's been going on about me putting these on for ages and threatening to bar me. So, you know, some people, they find themselves the wrong people in the wrong job. So how come you're an administrator? Fair enough. There are people that would say nasty things and say the wrong words. And obviously you need administrators to look after a thing, keep the thing on the straight and narrow. But what I can't understand, and maybe, I'll hold that the other way, maybe there is something that I did wrong on other ones, I don't know. But so the more I've been knocked back, the more careful I've tried to be. But when he said that collecting these taps and die sets, and they were basically a whole load of junk, that's when my hackles went up. Yeah. So if you're a part of the group, Ben Tool Addicts Vintage Collecting Group, how can these not be vintage with the dates and we found on them and the names and the firms? Send this video to him because I think he's deleted me now. Because I was going to show you the answer. Basically, I sent him an answer saying, well, if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. And I've got 1,050 now subscribers. So there's 1,050 people interested. And he has sent me an answer back. So, Mel, I think you're in the wrong, you're the wrong person in the wrong job, as often the way, sometimes, often the way. So I'm offended by it. I may have made mistakes in the past. I may have done or said or gone off topic or something with other things. So whatever was gone previously, I'm not questioning. But I am questioning about the film, the last two films that I put on, about the boxes that are arrived, and I ramble on about them. That's what he doesn't like me rambling on about them. I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, let's see what happens. But this is the way to deal with bullies, is get right up in their face, nose to nose, and ask them why, exactly why. They just say, oh, you don't conform to the rules or whatever. I'd be very careful to try and conform to the rules. Just ring me and tell me, Reggie, this is what's exactly wrong. Reggie, even make me a film and say, Reggie, this is what's exactly wrong. But if you don't agree with what I collect and you don't like it, well, that's your problem, mate. Yeah, because there's plenty that do agree and do like collecting. And I appreciate everybody else's collection. Anybody that's to do with sheds and tools and, you know, even cars. People have some fantastic cars. And it might not be the sort of car that I sort of follow. But I appreciate them for who they are and the work that goes into finding the unfindable. I like to find the unfindable. The stuff here that would take you years and years to try and find, whether they be in auctions, whether they be in Facebook, whether they be wherever, you know what I mean? They're not common things. Anyway, enough ranting from me, but that's the way to deal with bullies. Completely ignore them, have your little rant, and be better than them. Yeah, and don't use foul language, and don't call them names that you shouldn't really ought to call them. So sometimes you're thinking it, aren't you? Mainly starting with W. But anyway, we won't go down that path. I really enjoy collecting these, and I like sharing them with people. If it's something you don't like, something you're not interested in, football. I'm completely dead to football. I'm not a football person at all. I don't understand it at all. But I tell you from the start, don't tell me about anything about football, because I'm not a football person at all. I don't like it and don't understand it. And you're all mad watching football. But tools and cars and sheds and everything else, I want to enjoy them with you. And I enjoy the fact of watching them because you're enjoying the fact of watching them and doing them and messing with them. Yeah. So anyway, look. And there's still more collection around the corner. So anyway, Mel Miller. Nice to see you. And what am I thinking of saying? Nice to see you, but sorry, mate, you're in the wrong job, doing the wrong thing. Sort it out, Ben, will you? Sort it out. Just a little catch up. I just went, before I make the film, I was looking at the comments and I noticed this Ben Miller is the same moron that told me that the standard of my work on my own garage, in my own shed, wasn't of a standard and he would throw me off the site. Did you notice that? Well, I'm not on anyone's site, I'm not getting paid for it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying and inventing and making the door, and the door is still here. I wonder if you're still here. I wonder if anyone's recently broken into your shed. I do it, A, for my own enjoyment, and to point out that we don't all have to be experts at anything. As long as it's for your pleasure in your property, give it a go. I am the worst welder there is. I agree with you. But have a go. I'm better than somebody that can't weld, so I'm encouraging people that can't weld to weld and have a play and mess and do things and enjoy their shed. But yeah, I was just running through the messages, the past messages that he sent me, and all of a sudden I realised this Mel Miller is this moron that you think he lives in a flat? Do you think? Do you think he lives in a tent? If he says that sort of a thing about working in a shed, now, if I was getting paid to do these things, absolutely correct, you know, call me out. But it's for me in my shed, and all the rest of us are the shed-mens, and I want to encourage people to become shed-mens, because it is a fantastic, absolutely fantastic thing to do. Good for your mind, good for your soul, relaxes you, gets your mind thinking, gets you inventing, and just generally messing about. Yeah, especially, excuse me, on days like this. So I've just realised who this Mel Miller bloke is. He's been on my case for some time, and it seems that it all started when I told him to go to hell when he commented about my door. So I'll say the same again. Mel Miller of Tool Addicts Collection Group, go to hell.